there are a lot of dudes out there who are living in a sexless marriage. Why on earth would you put up with a dead bedroom? Well, today we're going to talk about that. We're going to analyze some examples from Reddit. Reddit is apparently full of dudes who don't know how to dick their wife down properly and thus are living with a dead bedroom. Here's our first example. Birthday and nothing will happen. Been in a dead bedroom for over a year and a half now. This is the toughest relationship I've ever had. Yet we are best friends and laugh all the time. Just there is no intimacy. Zero intimacy. There's plenty to nitpick at, but it's really not a bad relationship at all. I don't know what to do about it. Anyway, it's my 36th birthday and I'll probably masturbate to get to sleep. Thanks for listening. Ooh. 36-year-old man, and he hasn't got the balls to leave a relationship where he is being treated like shit. Let's be perfectly clear about this. If you're in a relationship, sex is a standard aspect of that thing. And as a man, you should not tolerate a sexless relationship. If your woman is not having sex with you, she doesn't want to have sex with you, it fundamentally means that she is no longer attracted to you, which means in conjunction that she no longer respects you. A woman will not fuck a man she does not respect. Simple as that. So if you've gone from being in a relationship, loving relationship, and there was sex happening, there was, sparks, there was romance, and now, it's not even going a year and a half. Good Lord. Year and a half later, there's no sex or intimacy or anything. But she's happy to take up your time. She's happy to take up your resources. Oh, we're friends, we laugh. You're basically in the friend zone now. Congratulations, you just spent a year and a half to be back in the friend zone with a woman who clearly does not respect you. So how about you develop some self-respect and you leave that relationship first? Now, there's not much to diagnose here. He hasn't been given us much context, so we can't really analyze exactly why she has lost respect for him, but I can guarantee you that this man's woman, well, not really his woman anymore, is she? But she has completely lost respect for him. Moving on to example number 2 here. 3 months sexless. It was her birthday this week. I got her some great presents. Took her family out to dinner. And really tried hard to give her an enjoyable birthday. I'm already sensing a problem here. Actually gave me a big hug last night. Oh, wow. Good for you. I'm really hoping we can snap our sexless streak sometime this week. Besides saying, I really want to have sex, which puts pressure on her, correct? I've been complimenting her, texting her that they can't stop thinking about her, take her out to lunch, etc. We have young kids, so us connecting at night typically never works. Any advice on how to express this to her or tips on setting the mood? Okay, I'm glad he phrased it that way because guys have the wrong impression here. He said, how do I set the mood? Like he's doing all these nice things to her. This man is a classic case of thinking he can negotiate her sexual desires. So she is clearly not sexually attracted to this man anymore. Now, having kids, yeah, I know having kids in a relationship puts a bit of a strain on things. I know immediately after having a kid, things are pretty wrecked down there, so it's actually painful. For a lot of women, it's very hard, things are torn, etc. It's hard to even engage in sex, I get that. But with enough time after a pregnancy, this shouldn't be a problem. So I'm assuming these kids aren't just babies. They're like, children, not newborns. Taking her out to lunch, doing nice things for her family, buying her presents, cool. He shouldn't be doing any of that shit if there's no sex involved. Period. She's not upholding her end of the bargain in a relationship. It's pretty basic stuff here, guys. And he's asking this, how do I set the mood? He's complimenting her, saying nice things to her. He's trying to make it very, very clear that he wants to fuck. She already knows that you want to have sex with her. She already knows this because she's rejecting it. Because she's not making it happen, not letting it happen. So you have to grab yourself by the balls, okay? Get some self-respect. This is, a bit hard for a lot of guys to comprehend. The only thing that is going to snap that woman out of her disrespect for him is jealousy. He has to show that he is attractive to other women. Doesn't mean he has to sleep around, doesn't mean he has to cheat, but he has to, in some way, not overtly, subtly show that other women find him attractive. Because that's about the only thing that is going to snap her out of this disrespectful state. These two things go simultaneously, but him getting into the gym, improving his self-esteem, improving his self-confidence, improving the way he looks, improving his health, maybe dressing a little bit better, taking care of himself, which inadvertently will cause other women to show indicators of interest to him in her presence. That's the only thing that is going to snap her out of it. Because right now she's got the kid, so she's kind of got him by the balls, assuming they're probably happily married here. So she knows he's not going to go anywhere. She knows he's not going to run away. She can just sit there and be disrespectful and not be attracted to her husband. There's a bunch of things that have probably come along before this that have led to that state of unattraction and disrespect. But if he's going to snap her out of it, jealousy about other women giving him attention is about the only thing that's going to do this. Now, if you like this video, guys, give us a like, give us a share, give us a subscribe. This channel is full of no bullshit, practical sex advice. On to my next example. What to get my roommate wife for Valentine's Day. Figured I'd throw this out there. Any ideas on what to get my roommate wife on Valentine's Day? You know, I mean, Brittany says roommate wife, he means that they're not having sex, basically. Probably not going to get anything unless I can or someone can suggest a gift that really shows what a sham our marriage is. I would file and serve her on Valentine's Day, but she's been unemployed for 7 months now. So, living in California, I'm going to get taken to the clues. That's fine. Sex 3 times in the last year. Haven't had a BJ from her in 8 years. Maybe I'll get her a vibrator. Let's see some good ideas. Jesus. How do you let your relationship get to this point? 8 years and not a blowjob. What on earth is going on with these guys? Get some self-respect, man. How are you getting to this point 3 times in a year? And I guarantee that that's all pity sex. And what this guy's trying to do, he's trying to be passive-aggressive. He's like, what can I get? What present can I get that shows that our marriage is a sham? Passive aggressiveness is a feminine trait. But the fact this guy's posting on Reddit too, that probably indicates he's a bit feminine in his behaviors anyway. But trying to be passive aggressive and looking for advice from a complete stranger on the internet about it, like in a forum like Reddit, it tells me already a lot about this guy. It tells me that this guy is very passive aggressive, very feminine, very emotional. So I can see how he ended up at this point. He's operating from this perspective of like, like she owes me. This dynamic of pity sex is so pathetic that guys let themselves get into that situation. Walk away long before that ever happens. And this next one, why even making promises? Yesterday, LL wife tells me tomorrow we can finally have some sex. This guy's definitely not. English is not his first language. Today, when kids are asleep, I enter the bedroom after watching some football in the living room and lie down on the bed beside her. But even before I could initiate even a kiss or a hug or just say one word, it becomes all defensive like a massive ball is around her. She's tired, want to go watch a show on TV. And her body language screams, just leave me the fuck alone. So I left the bedroom and go back to watching football like nothing happened. This is an example of why like date nights don't work. Oh, but if we just schedule the sex enough, if we just like plan it ahead, then it'll magically materialize. That's not how sexual attraction works. That's not how arousal works for women in particular. You can't just schedule it and expect it to be instantly horny at that exact moment. It doesn't work like that. So he's operating from a fundamentally incorrect perspective, an incorrect worldview. That is that sexual arousal, sexual attraction can be negotiated or scheduled. He has to excite her. This is a man who's clearly not exciting enough to get his woman aroused. And she's probably also not respecting him as well. Now, if you want to prevent this from happening in your relationship, learn how to dick your woman down properly so she is addicted to your lovemaking skills. Check out some of these videos right over here.